So in y'all brain, I want to see this. In y'all brain, what do y'all think? Like, what's the journey in y'all brain for someone to go from like not dancing to dancing?
I don't know. I think it's impossible for me.
You think it's possible?
Yeah. When I was just looking at myself in the mirror, I'm like, this might not never work.
Nah. Why do you say that though?
I don't know. It's just like I feel like dancing, like it ain't really like something like you could just like. I don't know. I guess it's like rapping. Like if you tell somebody to rap, anybody just can't rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like with dancing, like I don't know. I feel like it's just like not as easy as it look. Like say when I'm watching y'all, like it look cool. I'm like I want to dance, but then when I'm like seeing myself, I'm like. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe they just built for this, and I'm not. Like,
okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. God, I'm getting your perspectives first. Okay.
So it's like I don't know. That's why I like even how you like you ain't start like that. I mean, like I know anything with anybody do like they ain't start like that, but some people already like kind of like
that is true.
couldn't do it. Like
wake up and start doing it.
But it's like I can't really like imagine like. You having a process like growing a dance like that. It's just like I don't know. It's just like even like the way how y'all bodies just move. It's like y'all just look loose. Like it look like I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe I can't answer that because I just like started trying to dance. So.
No. I wanted that answer. Okay. How about you, AP?
I think like you could start kind of like. I am where you have a dancer friend who forces you to dance. So you just dance with him and then you get better and better and then you go from there or you go whatever direction you want to go with that because like I'm not trying to be professional or anything. I just want to learn how to dance, but that's it.
Okay, you so funny. You can sound like I drag you from the pits of hell to come dance.
You ask me and then I say no and then you question my reasoning and I'm like, okay, well I don't have a good reason. I just don't want to. But then I just go so you could stop asking me.
So I want to convince, not force. Strong words, conversation.
You know how I feel about social events.
What this girl? Okay.
Whatever.
So that's why I wanted to share that because becoming a dancer, I think it was one of the hardest things I've done in my life. Yeah, it's hard because I'm an introvert. So that what that means is, for anyone that doesn't know, introvert means like to recharge. I like to be alone, right? Like after a big group or a big setting, I need to be alone for a couple hours by myself. Or maybe I think the exception is a partner. If I have a partner, they're the exception because they're like a part of me kind of thing. If the partner is compatible, but I'm an introvert and I grew up shy, so I used to stutter. I had like a tongue thing because my parents. So when a baby learns more than 2 languages when they're young, it messes with their speech pattern for the rest of their lives. So they can fix it. So I grew up with 3 languages in my house. So that's why I talk kind of funny, or I used to have a stutter. Even now my stutter comes and goes. But yeah, and I was like, I had a big forehead, and I was like bald headed, and shiny and stuff too. And then I had the big old ears. You know, I had the Air Force Ones with the fake ones. Like I knew I wasn't looking to move. You know, so I wasn't confident when I was in front of people and stuff like that. And I was light skinned, so like I got too much attention on top of that being light skinned.
Hold on, let me pause here. Is he light skinned?
Nah, well, I feel like people
Thank you.
like,
Thank you.
What? Let me listen to him.
yeah, like people you really change tones. Like
No, right now, like look at him.
Right
Is he
now?
considered light skinned?
Oh no, you a brown skin right now.
Okay.
Like you brown skin.
I'm gonna stop now.
The past week you've been fighting about me being light skinned. People that ain't
Oh
light
no,
skinned.
you not light skin.
He said he's the same color as me, is what he's saying. And I was
No,
like,
we ain't gonna let you say that.
I was like, you want to be dark skinned so bad.
Cause I got like my best friend.
Yeah.
He just like I'm telling bro, like you just not dark skinned, bro. Like
That's what I'm saying.
Like just face it, like
God,
you're not dark skinned. Like everybody can't be dark
it's
skinned.
okay.
Bro. Like we know y'all want to be claimed
but
as
the
that,
way I
but-
was looking at it was like, cause you know niggas is light skin or dark skin. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're
like-
not dark skin, so you're light skin. But I understand. Yes,
Yeah,
he's
he's like brown. I feel like the
Okay.
brown skins get I feel like most of the brown skins though they want to be considered as dark skin.
I don't
But
know
it's
why.
like, because the light skin is not going to accept them.
Is that how you
But
feel?
like,
Is that how you feel? You said we don't want y'all.
We don't want y'all either. Like, y'all brown
So y'all
skin.
brown skin. Okay,
Like,
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take
Wow, Bill. I mean, Cal won the argument. He won the argument.
I took that. I'll take that.
I can't fight that.
You're right. I can't argue
Real.
anymore.
That was the realest answer I got. Oh my god.
I just wanted to settle that shit. I was like, no.
I heard her say something. I was like, oh.
Oh my god. Okay, but yeah. So I used to be light skinned, so people expected and looked at me kind of weird or whatever. So when I first started dancing, I always messed up and I was froze and stuff like that. And that habit comes back to haunt me all the time now. So over time, I went from like being like a stiff rock to being loose. So you see how I dance now. But even now and then, I do still feel nervous. And when it kicks in like real bad, it'll take over and I lock. Like recently, I went to audition for like a very famous dance company agency, and these people they hired for Beyonce. Like Beyonce's dancer that you've probably seen for years was there watching us, and then there was a rapper there watching us, and there was like another film choreographer there that danced for like Kanye and stuff like that was there. I'm like, yo, these people are literally like legends in this room, right? And I'm like, dang. So okay, I pull up. I know the choreo. I know everything. I pull up. I forget everything. I just sit there and I look. I'm like, and it's they killing it. They killing it. I'm just fuck my life. And then we get a second chance. I said, okay, bet. Here we go. I said, fuck. And I just stood there and I was like, damn. And that audition could change my life. If I made that audition, I wouldn't be here right now. I literally would be in like California or New York or whatever, or be on tour right now. You feel me? Like that's literally the make it or break it. And I'm like, dang, you know. And I'm already professional, considered professional. But even as professional, we all have our weaknesses and our strengths, and we're always learning, you know. So yeah, like as a dancer, I feel like people that see us, they're like, oh, it's easy. Nah, it's always hard, right? But also it is easy at the same time. You know, when it's with friends, that's when it's kind of easy. You know, when it's with your group, you're just doing your thing, whatever, yada yada. But when it's with other people, it gets harder and harder the more people are there that you don't know. And it's for me to be hard in the challenge, but at the same time, I don't think it's too hard. I think anyone can learn how to dance, especially me. Boy, I could not move for the longest, and then here I am now. Like I can move, and it's been like 7. Am I on 8 years yet? I'm on 8 years. 8 years to get this smooth. You feel me? So, and even then, like I mean, how do I say it? Like, there's so many different skills in dancing, but I would say for me to look like cool and stuff, it took about a year, right? Not even. I think 6 months took me to look cool. Others, a day. They get that. Like this one, like I danced with her before. I think she was the only person for a while that could dance the way I did for the longest time, because she just has it naturally. Right, and AP, like remember I told her piece, it was one move, I'll never forget it. She went like this, and she was like, I'm like, oh shit! And then I barely
never let it go.
You know what I mean? I just looked at him, I don't know, is that one move you did, you hit it right, you feel me? But I didn't teach you that. You kind of saw me do it, you got it. Mm-hmm. So I think certain moves.
That's the way I learn. I just watch people though. That's the way it works. Like I wouldn't be able to like do my own. I can copy though. I'm pretty good at copying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think with dancing, it's all about knowing what you're good at and kind of start there maybe. To kind of give you that confidence, you feel me? Because with me, I was a break dancer at first. I didn't do no hip hop stuff, none of that gay. Oh, back then it was considered like that gay stuff or whatever. I was like, nah, I'm gonna do break dancing. It's like cool. And then they're like, oh, move your feet. I said, move my feet. What you mean move my feet? So I couldn't do 2-step. Like the jerk was the best I could do back then. And then it became like now. Even now, I was telling you yesterday in choreo, my feet were still messing up, and it's been 8 years. It's my weakness. I gotta work on it and stuff like that. But I mean, you can watch it, you wouldn't even tell. Like,
so what is breakdancing if you're not moving your feet? Huh? You're just on your hands?
It's a lot of hand weight. Like, I'm thinking about my hand weight, not my feet weight.
Okay.
When I break, it's a lot of me worrying about my hands, not my feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when you're on your feet, it's a whole different feeling versus on your hands and feet. Because you worry about your hands more than your feet. This doesn't make sense. You gotta break dance, you know what I mean? Yeah, because like my brain, I'm thinking about my hand weight, because I know I'm going to do tricks involving holding my weight on my hand, not my feet. That's kind of why. And then I'm about to swing my leg, so like there's no weight in my leg, it's all in my hand. So that's what I'm saying, like breaking's kind of like that vibe. If you focus on your feet, you're not breaking. It's all about your hand weight. And it's your feet, I guess, to initiate stuff. But yeah, so my dream to become a dancer, literally first step was just watching YouTube. And then get inspired. I watch like ABDC. Have you seen that on ABDC, like them TV shows and dancing stuff?
No, I don't watch TV.
Oh, that's funny. I know the G. Yeah, I used to watch TV shows or whatever. I get inspired and I'm just kind of do what they do, and then from there I just dance. Just dance. Literally, it's just dancing. Like, you just there's no set way to become a dancer. You just kind of just.
I don't think I can't dance. So I think it's like I'm the type of person too. Is like even me being a rapper. Like, well, I used to be shy with that, but you get used to it over time. But like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just a shy person in general. So like when people just looking at me, like I don't really like people to look at me. Even if people not looking at me, like say like even like when we had everybody focus on themselves, but it's just like. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so nervous. I'm just like, I don't really want nobody looking at me, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just feel like I got to break out of that. Or try to break out of that.
ROTC broke that out of me.
Broke what out of you?
Or fear of being in front of people, public speaking stuff.
Well, I don't.
Because I was a commander. I performed all the time. Sorry. I was in charge of a large group of people for competitions and stuff. And we had to do it in front of other schools and stuff like that.
You were in charge of.
Yeah.
What do you hate people?
I absolutely do. But it taught me a lot. As far as dealing with other people.
But it's like, it's weird because it's like, even though like it's like I'm nervous, but I'm not nervous at the same time. Like say if I'm doing a show or something, like I don't be nervous or like, you know what I'm saying? Like say like I like to dress flashy, but even like when I dress flashy, like sometimes I don't like people to look at me. Like,
okay.
It's
okay.
weird. Like it's just like I don't know.
I be telling her when she be saying like I'm attractive or I'm cute or I look good today. Even if saying like, I look good today, I'm like, damn, what you mean? Like,
Oh, stop looking at you.
Hey, close your eyes.
You're
Blink
so
twice.
funny. You're so funny.
You know what I mean?
So I guess it just got to be like something I'm used to. Like even with music, like I used to like if a person used to be like freestyle in front of me and rap in front of me, I used to like not be able to do it. But I guess now for me being able to do it, like me doing it so long, like if I'm in a studio with 20 people or if I'm anywhere and somebody like rap or like it used to be a point where people playing my songs, like say if like I was in here and y'all playing my song, it used to be to a point like I leave out just because like I didn't want to see nobody's reaction.
I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, but now it's like I can like, you know what I'm saying? I can play the song and I just like chill. Like people always ask me, they like, why you on like if I play the song, my song, they like, I won't rap my part. Say like me and him on the song together, I won't rap my part. But if his song come on, if his part come on, I rap his part. And I don't know, it's just like.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I used to feel the same way with my dancing. Like if you watch my videos in front of me, I'm like, no, don't do that.
You still do that.
Yeah, it's like weird.
He'll be like, all right, I want you to see this part. And he's like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah. Anyone else, I'm like, oh, no, it's fire, bro. That's why when you were like, Magician was like, hey, your part was fire. I'm like, stop. You already doing too much. you already doing too much. That's just how I don't know. Criticism makes me feel weird. I never know. People give me compliments.
Yeah, cause compliments. Yeah,
but I like criticism. But compliment, it's like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Nope.
I think it's like when I get a compliment from somebody close to me, I don't know. It just feel weird. Like,
right?
Like why you giving me a compliment? Like, I know you. Like,
like, bro, chill out.
Like, chill, bro.
But a stranger, you like,
oh yeah. Like,
I'm done.
Well, what is that? Do you know what that is?
I don't know. I guess it's like, I don't know. I feel like, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you feel like it's not genuine because you know, like you have that relationship already? Not that it's not genuine, but like, it's like, of course, you just gonna say that because you're my friend.
Well,
that kind of thing. Or you know me.
I don't think it's that. I think like we live in like a world where it's like people like say like if you see like a famous person, you're like, oh, he look cool or like he could dress, it's cool. But if you get your, you know what I'm saying, say about your friends, like you can't really do it to your friend or something. So I feel like when people come to you with it, it's like you know what I'm saying? Like say like if you post on Instagram or something and they repost it, even but it's like they like what you doing? Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you don't really it's like you don't really want to accept it. It's like you know because I don't even feel like it's like I feel like you really want it, but it's like you don't really know how to. Like, that's why I like somebody play my song. It's like I just leave the room because it's like it just put me in a weird spot. I just feel weird. Like
I think vulnerability, and I think also that you were saying I picked up on that like the fan thing. Like you don't feel like you're famous. If your friends are like giving you compliments, you might feel like, damn, I don't deserve it. Kind of like I'm not actually that good. Like I know all that stuff. You know what I mean? and I don't feel famous, but if my friends do that, then I'm like kind of feel like a little famous, or like maybe I don't want to get like my ego will get bigger. You feel me? Like they say I'm good, and I believe them. Like I'm gonna get real big in the head and stuff like that. I don't know. It's something like that. Like I guess someone random does it. I'm like, okay, maybe I can see why they're saying it because they don't know me. But if you know me, it's like, well, you know I messed up though. So are you lying to me? Or like, if you saying I'm good, that means I'm really good. My head big.
And then I probably like double back like later, like a couple hours or something. I ask you like you was for real, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? And then they be like, yeah, man. Because like you probably knowing like me, like the way how I feel like if I know somebody, like even my friends, like that's why I don't feel like. Well, I feel like you know who like a fake fan or not, because I feel like say if I got a song right and it's a certain part that like that's my favorite part, and like you come to me and that's your favorite part, I'm knowing like. Yeah. Like you know something, or you just like kind of be, oh, bro, I like this part. Like you just saying that just to say that, bro. Like,
so like, do you think it hits different if like you like the song, whether you're like if whether you like the song yourself?
It hit different when I don't like it. Like,
okay.
When I, well, it's not even that. It's just like I feel like it's at the point now like people message me or tell me like send me songs like, oh, bro, I be listening to this song or it's not. So it's not even a song. It's just like all of it hit the same. It just feel good. Cause it be like nobody don't gotta listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? Say if I get like 15,000 views or something like, and then like people like inboxing you like, oh, bro, you real good, or like they ask me when you gonna drop or something. It just make you feel good in general because it's just like. Yeah, I like my music. Like,
well, no, I meant like for your friends versus like strangers. So like, let's say you like the song and your friend and a stranger compliments you, versus if you don't like the song, because artists don't like their own stuff a lot of the time. You're like, oh, that was trash, and then like your friend compliments versus like a stranger compliments. So like, does it hit like does it still feel weird if your friend liked the song that you also liked? And or if your friend liked the song that you didn't like. Does that make sense?
No, okay. I'll say it for you. Is it different when you don't like the song and someone says they like it versus you do like the song and someone says they like it?
Yes, but like for friend and versus stranger too.
So that's 4 different questions.
Yes.
Like, I feel like if my friends, I feel like I know people gonna like it because it's like people don't know you. So it's like what I'm giving, like whatever I put out, it's like I'm making it for you to like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I feel like even your friends, like, it's different with your friends because it's like you don't really feel like they gonna listen to you, or you know what I'm saying? So when they even like, whether you like the song or not, I feel like when they know it, or like say you in a car and they really singing the lyrics, like it's gonna hit you. You're gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you know my song for real?" And they be like, "Yeah." So it's like, cause I feel like it's like somebody else is like, I expect you to like it because it's like you really don't know me, so everything that I'm seeing is like everything that you see is created for you to like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
okay,
I don't already know you, but like your friends, like they don't really be real fans of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people be fans of just other people who they don't know because it's the idea of like, oh yeah, this man great at this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because even if they really met this person, they'll probably be like, I don't even like this person. But it's just because of the idea that they got this person. Oh, he got this. So we must be alike, but that don't mean it. So like whenever your friends like it, I feel like it hit different because it's like say if I'm at a video shoot and like everybody know the song, it hit different because it's like it's turning you up, like gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like yeah, I know my stuff. So.
How about you, AP? How about when I compliment your art? How does it make you feel?
I guess it's different. Like I know I reached this point where like I know my shit is good.
Wow. So like you just like so compliments is just nothing.
It's not even like it's nothing. I think it does hit better for me when strangers like it.
Strangers?
Yeah. Like with friends, like I don't expect you're gonna tell me you hate it. Like I'm not expecting you to be like I hate it. You know what I'm saying? But not because I mean I personally I'm not posting it if I don't like it, right? So if it's posted. I liked it. It looked good. Yeah. And you tell me it looks bad, I'm gonna look at you sideways. Be like, whatever, you know. But I know somebody's gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, there is more impact when a stranger likes it for me than like my friend liking it, because I don't imagine you gonna look me. You will look me in my face and tell me you hate it. I don't imagine you going to look me in my face and tell me you hate it. You know what I'm saying? You are just very
honest.
Honest.
Yeah.
Honest. Yeah. Like the painting I just finished. Before I finished it, he was like, "Oh, it's so cool," because like it was just pencil on the canvas. Then I started putting paint on it. He was like,
What you doing?
Yeah, he was like,
just like that.
I kind of liked it before you put paint on it, and now it's done. Do you still hate it?
No, it is good. It is good now.
Trust the process.
But no, that's the thing. But I told her I do prefer pencil drawings. I'm not a big painting person. That's me as a art liker. But I think it doesn't make sense because I do like anime a lot, but also I won't watch anime if it has bad art. Like One Piece, I can't watch One Piece. The art is crap in my opinion. I hate the art style. So yeah, it's in between for me. It's like if I see someone draw something in pencil, I like it more than the painting. But if it's digital, then I guess I like it. That's like Cowboy Bebop. I think it was the last anime that they drew by hand, and I hate it.
I need to look at it then.
Yeah,
I like hand
like
drawings. Hand drawings are nice.
So I think people draw something. I don't know. It hits different for me. I think digital and pencil. Those are my two favorites. In between, like the paint stuff, I'm not a big fan of paint. I don't know. It just looks weird.
It literally just had like one layer of paint, and he was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm no longer showing you the process of my paintings. Like I don't need that
No,
negativity.
I just like the pencil more than the painting.
Anyway.
But then once you get a picture of it, I actually like the picture more. But I don't know if that's social media that's training to like pictures and digital stuff overall.
Like the picture of the painting?
Yeah, like I like that.
So you don't like it in person?
Yeah, like in person I won't be like, oh, this painting's fire. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right?
Why does it have to go through a digital filter?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's like social media messing my brain.
I feel like they enhance the photos and stuff.
Oh, that could be right
pictures
too. Yeah.
It looks the same. I don't.
It doesn't look the same to me.
Okay, sure.
But
I feel like it does, but I feel like it's just like different. Cause even me, I'm like, that's some stuff is like when I just like it's like when you put it through social media, it just look different. Like I don't know how to explain.
Okay.
It.
Yeah.
It's just like it just be looking different.
Right?
Okay.
Starting your own business. I know Cal, you have your own business. I kind of want you to talk about like how you started it and how does it feel to own your own business and that kind of stuff. And like, is it hard? Is it easy? Like, what's your opinion on that stuff?
I feel like it's like what you make it. Like it's just like anything else. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like it's easier than people think. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you're thinking about something, you're thinking of like everything that could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're thinking of something, you don't really think of it like, okay, if I start this, when I start it, God gonna make a way and like everything gonna happen how it's supposed to happen. You don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just like your life, like you grow. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with a business, most people like before they start in something, they gonna think negative. But it's really not like hard. You just like find what you wanna do and do some research in it. And like you do it, and it's like I feel like whenever you start, of course you're not gonna know everything and all that, but over time, like you're gonna learn things. And I feel like once you just got it started, like the things that need to happen just gonna start to fall in place. Like people you need to meet, or you know what I'm saying. Like the questions that you had before you started, just gonna start. You're gonna start to get answers because you're doing it. So it's like whenever you're doing something, I feel like it's your business, so like you're not gonna let it fail. And it's like with me, what I did was I just like found like what I felt like would make some money. Like I feel like you just find something what you feel like you like and make you some money. I just did tents, you know what I'm saying? I took a little class. I invested money into myself, like a couple $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
How much it cost to take the class?
Yeah, it was like $1,900.
Oh my goodness, you invested in yourself for real.
So it's like it was $1,900 for like a class for a week, and then you take that. You know what I'm saying, and they gonna tell you like, you know what I'm saying. They tell you like don't just jump into it on your own. You know what I'm saying. But I tend to come back, tend a couple cars, tent my car, tent people cars for free, and then it's like what I did. I'm just like if I just paid my money for this, I'm gonna use it. So I'm looking. So then I started to look for me a little spot where I could open up. I found me a spot, open up, got my little tent machine. And
Like, what were some of your struggles with your business the past couple of years?
Well, I started it this year. This like I had I had it the whole 2021. I had it. I feel like my struggle was like it was like around like July. Like it's like it slowed down. Like it slowed down for like 2 months. But the dude who like owned the whole thing where I'm at.
Yeah.
He was telling me like it was gonna pick up. He was like even his gym had slowed down. He was just like, so I feel like it's that, and then it's like me just like getting used to like, you know what I'm saying, like some struggles. It was just that, like, you know what I'm saying, with the tent and the cars. It was like learning the different cars, and you know it's gonna be different stuff like learning this and like doing everything by yourself, not having nobody. But I feel like you get used to it, like you know what I'm saying, because you understand like it's yours. And, you know, you just, like, put my little ads on Google. You know what I'm saying?
Not the little ads.
Just like that.
You know what I'm saying? I would do, like, even I tell people, like, people think, like, when you pay for, the ads and stuff, they think it don't work. That really work. Like,
Did it work for you using the ads?
Like, it really work. Like when you pay, like, it bring motion to your page. It bring people to your page. And when people see your work, like, that's how I be like, say if you turn the ads off, phone not ringing really. You know what I'm saying? You turn them ads on, the phone jumping. Like, for real. So,
Okay, gotcha.
but I feel like the most important thing about starting a business is like, it's just doing it, just starting it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time, like, you think stuff, like, people think you need, like, $100,000 to start a business or $50,000. But that's not really true. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the biggest companies, like, they start small. Like, you had to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, they started in their garage selling stuff or whatever you're doing. You just got to believe in yourself, and you got to understand, like, it's growth. Like, people watch other people, like, oh, this person opened this business and made $1 million overnight. Like, but I feel like you just got to know, like, everything a process, you know what I'm saying? And it's just growth. Yeah.
How about you and Pete? You and your art business stuff. I know you turn it on and off as you feel.
Now I do. Before, I was caught off guard when I first started. So, like, you know, initially I came to this school with nobody. Like, I didn't have any friends. So, like, what happened was, like, I painted my, like, backpack, and I was like, this is going to be a conversation starter because I don't go up to people and start talking. So, if you look at my backpack and you like it, you're going to ask me questions. So, it's going to be my conversation starter. And so I wound up, I think people saw it, and like my friend asked me to do hers. I did hers for free, and that one went viral. That exploded in a way I didn't expect it to.
Wait, say that one more time.
I painted my friend's backpack.
Yeah.
I posted it in a page on Facebook, and it went viral.
Gosh.
And it exploded in a way that I didn't expect it to. Like I was chilling. I was, you know, in my little dorm just. And all of a sudden,
just like that.
messages.
Yeah.
Oh, can you do mine? Can you do my daughter's? Can blah blah blah. I was like, oh wow, this is a thing. Okay, like I didn't have prices in line, no website, nothing. I was just my Facebook wasn't even a business Facebook. It was just my regular page or whatever. So I was like, oh, I guess I can start making some money. So there's no like, something like this for me at least. I just jump into things because I do a little bit of research as far as like, oh, like how do you price this? How much time, you know, stuff like that, materials and stuff like that. But like as far as like the mechanics of it, like needing people and like time management, if I take too long thinking about that kind of stuff, it's not gonna get done. So I just like dive into it. So I just started doing backpacks for people. Like I managed to get like all of the East Coast, get backpacks over there, and then like California and Oregon are the only places on the West Coast. And then I had 2 international ones, which was dope.
That's cool.
And then one person asked me to do their grad cap. And that took off because like I never did grad caps before. So I did one grad cap and then word of mouth. So basically my business grew through word of mouth. This was before still I had a website or anything like that. And eventually became overwhelming because all of a sudden everyone's graduating and everyone wants a cap from me. So I'm doing them while also trying to I was able to afford it, I guess. Website, URL, building the website. I did the website myself actually while I was like working on campus, because this was a point where like everything was slow, nobody was doing nothing, and they still wanted me inside the place. So I was like, I mean, you pay me full time to work on my business, which is fine, whatever.
Right.
So I built my website while I was there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then yeah, like it just kind of skyrocketed from there, and then COVID happened, and then came down here, and then my patience wasn't there either. So that's when I stopped doing commissions. And then now I'm back at doing them again. But I guess to answer the broader questions, how to start a business, you just do it and see who buys your stuff. That's basically it. I didn't do ads or anything because just word of mouth. One person, like I feel like majority of my clients were college students. So one person's like, oh my God, my cap was done by this person. All of their followers are like, oh snap, I'm graduating next semester. Stuff like that. That's kind of how that happened.
So social media was definitely a big influence.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And then you said Google Ads, right?
Google Ads, but also like she said, like word of mouth, because like I feel like the word of mouth is like the best thing. Like even like with my car, like my car got 5% tint all around,
That's crazy.
and it's like so it's like
How do you drive at night? I feel like I asked you this question already.
I drive.
You, whether you see that person or not is none of your business.
Nah, it's like I be driving fast sometimes, and like like say if, like you see like a homeless person, they be like right down the road, and I be like, what? Like, you playing with your life right now? It don't have to be like that. You moving in fast motion, tint black.
For those of you that don't know, 5% tint.
It's illegal.
Yeah, that's
That's limo tint.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
we need
dark.
to put that on.
It's dark. Even
like that. Like it's like reflected.
Yeah, but it's like that. Like even my front windshield,
That's crazy.
the whole thing is like a mirror.
You a gangster, bro.
So it's like,
You a gang nigga.
so it's like even that like.
You're brave.
You know
That's
what
what it is.
Because like people always tell me like, because now like my homeboy, I got him in the shop, so like we got the name of the shop and the stick on the side of his car. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want it on my car. But it's like people always ask me why I don't put it on my car, but I gotta tell them, like I feel like when people see my car, they like. Even though they don't know I do tints, people know I do tints because they always ask me about my tints. Mm-hmm. So like you say, like with the backpack, it's like my car is like, it's like the kind of like the conversation started my business because they gonna say, bro, who did your tint?
Yeah, me.
Here's
a business card.
And it's like most people like whenever they come get their tints, if they come get it done, 9 times out of 10, everybody they know coming to get their tints. Yeah. Like it just like it just worked like that because it's like the tints. People don't realize like I feel like tints kind of make your car look cooler. Yeah. So it's like when you get it on and everybody want it, like.
It's always like better to have something that you can transport, like my water bottle. Like I just walk around with this. People ask me, "Oh, where'd you get that sticker?" I painted it. Oh my God, can you do it for me?
You
Easy
painted
business.
that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bro, that's clean as
Yes. You want to look closer?
I thought you bought it.
No fam. See, that's the
Like
see.
that look.
That's not
like
even
that.
ask. I just thought you
remember the last time I asked you if you like draw stuff, you told me no.
Huh?
Remember the last time I asked you if you draw stuff for money, you was like no.
Yeah.
That might have been when I wasn't doing commissions anymore. Yeah, I'm back now.
Alright, yeah, because I need a picture.
You see,
Like,
there you go.
See, there you go. Business. That's how it's done.
Just like that.
So like, yeah, that's what I did with my backpacks. People ask me questions, and I'm like, oh yeah, I painted that. Where'd you get your bottle? It looks nice. I painted it. They're like, oh, can you do it for me? Yeah, this is my website. This is my easy money, man.
Your art tag is literally like on the bottle.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh my God, that's a nice sticker. It says art strip.
I think it's not big enough. It
It's
looks like when
I didn't want it to.
part of the bottle.
And that's the thing. It's been like
Yeah.
3. That's
See,
that's
I
my.
thought it was just a giant chunk missing. You're
Oh
so
my
funny.
God.
What the heck?
Yeah.
It's writing.
Boo boo.
Okay.
Humans like
Okay,
me,
okay.
we don't do all that. And you
You're
know what I
right.
mean? I just saw Iron Man going like this.
Right.
I ain't looking for anything
Okay.
else.
Okay. Anyway, it's on my page too. I have a whole thing of the process of how to do it. Okay, you're right. Anyways, the reason why I mainly walk around with this to show like how long it lasts. So this has been 3 years and it still doesn't.
3
scratch off.
years?
Yeah, and it doesn't scratch off.
Don't ever tattoo me.
Anyways, this is how I test my material before I start telling people I do stuff.
You ever like thought about doing tats?
I don't like people. Like I gotta be in your possession,
It's
like in your
crazy.
presence for several hours. Like I no.
It's crazy because like I got like a close friend, and like he like draws some of my tattoos that I got, and like he really can draw. And I always ask him the same thing. I'm like, why you?
What is the reason why he doesn't?
Like why you? But it's like I don't know. It's like he like stingy with his art.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not. I'm not stingy. I just know I probably can't tolerate presence of people for too long. That's one thing. Second, the pressure. Like wrong line. I'm sure you don't want to hear me say. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working on you, and I'm like, oh shit. You're gonna be like, what? What's going on? But yeah.
Okay. So
What about your business? You didn't talk about your business.
I'm gonna give some negative aspects. Y'all had some really great look. That's crazy. But also, it's just the type of business y'all did versus mine.
Yeah.
So everyone knows I program, I do all that kind of stuff, yada yada yada. But that's like whatever. So of course how do I explain it? I think I made mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned from my mistakes, and I also never gave up. And I made sure. I think the biggest thing for my type of businesses, if you're gonna go into tech type startups or businesses, you need to have a lot of money saved up. If you don't have that, you are out of luck, because the tech industry is so volatile, as in like it switches up like this for whatever reason and stuff like that. So the first mistake I made, because I just think like I lost money, but I'm happy I didn't lose all of it, that kind of thing. So my mistake was starting during COVID season. Panda was there and stuff like that. So 'cause I didn't want to wait. I was like,
cornbread season.
Oh shoot, cornbread season. Because when cornbread hit, I didn't think it was gonna last that long. I thought cornbread would last like 4 or 5 months. 2 years later, I'm like, oh my gosh. So I almost bought a physical space. So pretty much I was gonna buy a gym, and I was gonna buy a gym, like buy a spot and stuff like that. And I was very confident it would blow up, because I was already making deals with the apartment complex across. I made deals with already, like literally, like they were telling me, yeah, you can do your stuff, like advertise at Celebration Point, and like there's like $1 billion company. So I'm like, oh shoot, they backed me up, and this company already backed me up. Like we're set. Then cornbread hit, and I was like, dang, like all my plans down the drain. But I didn't give up in a bad way. Like there's giving up good ways and bad ways. My not giving up was not realizing this cornbread thing gonna last a while and it's bad. Gyms all shut down. And I was like, oh snap. So when that shut down, I already pulled out. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna invest into the physical thing. But I still was like, nah. So I went into making the app early. Cause I was gonna make an app after I made the physical place. But I was like, I don't have to wait for the physical place anymore. I can start the app now. That was also a mistake, because I didn't anticipate cornbread to last that long, and people's taste in working out during cornbread changed because people got lazy. People were like, at first people were excited, they were in the house, but after 4 months of being in the house, you just frustrated now. You don't want to do nothing in the house. You just mad, you know what I mean? So I didn't anticipate that, because by the time I finished the project, it was like around, and also the time frame too, like I didn't know it'd take that long. It was like around like October. So people are getting ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Anybody worrying about that stuff for Thanksgiving, they trying to get big. You feel me? They ain't worrying about losing. No, they gonna go gain weight and in Christmas, stuff like that. So I think it was my timing was really bad during that year. I'm just happy I didn't throw all of it at once at the building.
This was 2019?
No, 2021.
Oh.
Wait.
2020.
2020. Sorry, what year is it now?
2022.
Oh, 2020 January. I got like the contract to get the space. Possibly I didn't sign yet.
Okay.
And then cornbread hit in February, and now I'm like, oh, let me wait a little bit. And then March everything hit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm pulling out, buddy. And they're still asking me. I'm like, you crazy? I ain't open up. You know what I mean? Everything shut down. And then after that, I think I started the app in April that year.
Okay.
And then finished it like in October.
Got it.
And that was the issue. I should have got it finished in June and July. That would have been good for me, but like the time frame really messed me up. And then,
so even going into the new year of 2021, it wasn't beneficial to you?
No, I said I'm gonna pause till cornbread's done completely.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna wait for that super spike. Is what I'm going for now. Because now, guess what happened? Also during that, everyone else made apps during 2020. Everyone did. Literally, like I think 20 apps dropped. And I think one of them was like shown off by the Thor actor. Yeah, during
Was it
COVID,
Chris
he and a
Evans?
company like collabed together. I forgot his name. What
Chris
is it?
Hemsworth.
Yeah, he dropped the app.
Wow.
And then Lululemon dropped the mirror and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
All during COVID, everyone hopped into fitness because everyone knew that indoor stuff was kicking. So it was like the competition. Like they weren't there before because I knew they weren't there.
Yeah.
Literally, everyone had the same idea I had. Competition shot through the roof. Competition was crazy. I didn't anticipate that. So that's why I'm saying the money thing is really important to have money saved up and just kind of like expect to fail. Don't always expect to win, expect to fail if you're going for tech type stuff because it's so freaking volatile. But even now, I'm going to remake it and everything and add a new thing to it. Panda knows. And it's crazy when I'm about to add on to it. But I'm trying to follow this new trend that's happening. And I know now I got to do it quick as well. Same thing. Because I know the new thing I'm adding, if I wait too late, it's going to be gone just like that to the new thing. So stuff like that. So doing a tech startup is hard. It's because the timing is so important. You really got to know your market too. And if you have the idea, someone else had the idea. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. I know a lot of people want to get into tech startups and stuff like that. But it ain't that simple. It actually is pretty complicated. Just with competition. They can really put you out for real if you're not like aware of what's going on. But it's definitely easier, I would say, than what you all do because y'all do physical stuff versus I don't have to do physical stuff. Like Panda was doing Excel sheets and stuff like that for us and things like that. So it's definitely harder, I would say, for an app, for example, especially with like how the market is and stuff like that.
So would you say like it would be dangerous to not have any expectations at all? I feel like having the expectations is what probably makes or breaks what happens. So, like, for example, like for me, when I basically fell in my lap and I was like, oh, scrambling to get it together. Yeah. So, like, for the app, like, instead of, like, I guess focusing on getting as many people as possible, just starting it and seeing what happens, would you say that'd be a bad thing?
That's what I'm saying. It's actually ended up being the good part. Okay. Because after I did that, I started learning as I was doing it. It's so, like you were saying, it's a process. You'll learn as you do it. After I learned, like, oh, okay, I see what I can do. That's why the new version will be like a lot better than the first time and stuff like that. And then, it's just a learning process. It takes years. Like I said, like billionaires, they didn't get big. Like it wasn't 1 year. It took maybe years. I think Trump, he had like 5 businesses fail.
Trump went bankrupt before.
Yeah, multiple times, 5 times he went bankrupt. I'm like, that's crazy. But he was the president for one of the craziest presidents with the most control, I think, over anybody has ever had. And look at his history. I'm like, man, that's crazy, you know. So I have to realize one loss doesn't mean everything, you know. And you just got to learn from it and go on. But if you lose and you're stupid and you're prideful, that's when you mess up.
But I feel like it's really not a loss. I feel like any L is not a loss.
It's a lesson.
Yeah, it's really a lesson unless you don't really like grow from it. Because I feel like, say like, even if something happened to you, like with your business, whatever, you fail, like you may fail again, but it's like, with me, it's not about if I fail again. It's about I'm not gonna fail as big as I failed the first time.
Yeah. For real.
Like, I gotta show myself I learned something, and that's what it is. Like most of these companies, even when you see like Walmart and all these people started in little stores, and it's like you just gotta believe. Like even the dude who made Squid Game.
Right, bro. He didn't know what was gonna happen.
He been doing this for like 10, 15 years. Like he been writing, but nobody never believed him. Nobody never believed in what he was writing, what he was bringing to them. And then it's just like Netflix just took him up on it, and he ended up having the biggest thing on Netflix. And it's like that's how it is. Sometimes you could think you failing for 10 years straight. Really, you're not failing. Really, you just. Because if like you only fail when you stop, when you quit. But if you don't quit, you ain't failed. You just still working on what you're doing. You still putting in work. You know what I'm saying? You still growing.
Yeah. So year 3, I'm gonna hit hard. Once I can, hope I can finish part of it this year. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to get another person on the team, but we'll see what happens. But like I said, like you said, you just learn the lessons and all that type of jazz. So and you also gotta move fast. You gotta move fast because like I know I took too long. 5 months is a long time to wait to make something. Especially in tech field, you gotta just hop on and get it done as fast as possible and do updates. I didn't think about the update thing. I was like, I gotta have the finished product now. But now I learned I could have half of it done. See if people like it, and if it fails, take it away, and then add on to it and stuff like that. Pokemon did that. Pokemon was not the best game. Now you can. Pokemon literally is like one of the number one games in the freaking world right now, and it started from black and white. The dude barely had any eyeballs, like ugly ass Pokemon. Right? The Pokemon was like this, fireball. That was the graphic.
I remember those days.
That was the graphic. Now they be doing the Dougie and the 2-step, and they be throwing fire at you. You know what I mean? Like bro, like they didn't. It's crazy. Imagine they waited now, they wouldn't have had the amount of impact they had versus just throwing out the trash and then turning it into gold. You feel me? Like people just had the mentality of throwing out gold first. Like, nah, you don't need that. You don't need that. Like the girl that Lululemon bought her mirror, she made a crappy mirror out of Raspberry Pi programming language, yada chip, and they bought it for $2 million. And that thing was raggedy. I'm like, man, I'm so dumb. But like I said, I learned my lessons. And then next time I'm gonna hit harder and make up for my loss.
Right.
And then that's it, really. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, also I juggled too much stuff at the same time. That's also an issue I had. I was dancing at the same time while in school, while working on that, and then while learning. It was just too much at one time.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, and I think I didn't put enough thought into what was happening. I had so much faith in myself. I was so cocky with it, and I was like, dang, I should have paid more attention. I didn't notice that 15 other apps dropped. You know what I mean? If I knew that, I would have just stopped and save myself. But
I see.
Yeah, so juggling too much at the same time is also very dangerous when it comes to starting a business. You really got to pay attention to it. It's a baby. It's cute.
A child.
Yeah, she cute, but
And then I feel like sometimes we call stuff a loss, but sometimes it's not a loss. Sometimes I feel like it's just not our time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause sometimes you can be like, say how like that ain't happening, then you might make your new one and it might blow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how stuff happen. Cause like maybe it was meant for you to for your app not to be able to put out for you to see like, okay, 15 people drop. So now this time around it's like you looking for that now.
Oh, mine gonna be the first of its kind.
You know what I'm saying? So now even though you might think like, oh, it like you failed or you started off, it's like you really didn't, cause like now like you know what I'm saying, like different things now. So now when you come out, it's like even though it's a new app and it's your first time releasing it, it's like really like you failed, but people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really I feel like it's only a fail if like I feel like if you just feel like you failed, that's not really a fail. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Like now I'm listening, I make my jump mad unique. So you'll see. It gonna be fire. Right, Panda? Tell him. It's great. This girl had her thumbs up.
That'll be great.
She's ready to go. That's
Oh, see, you can see it too, right? You can see
go.
it too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Cal. Thanks for hopping on, G. It
Thank
was
you so
fire.
much.
Yeah, it was nice.
You said it was
Good.
nice.
See, it was nice.
I mean, y'all.
Was it everything you hoped it would be?
I'm saying, like, it's cool. Like I told you, like I wanna come do it again.
Exactly.
So it's cool.
The AP's cool. I'm alright.
I actually like the talk.
You're so funny.
You like the talk? That's funny. I didn't expect that. Yeah.